California State University, Fresno, a public university that offers education for hundreds of students on campus. The university's enrollment reaches 25,000 students since 2020, with many students and faculty making their way through the 388-acre main campus. Many have resulted in using alternatives. Electric scooters, a motorized device used by many students.
Scooters are pretty big on campus because the campus is pretty big. I know I live in the dorms, so to get to the dorms to the very edge of campus was a science too. It takes me like 10 minutes, 15 minutes walking, but a scooter takes me like 5.
I think it's a big presence, definitely for the students that live close to campus. For me, I live right across the street, so it's very convenient for me to get in my classes on time. So,
along with the use of bikes and skateboards, many students at Fresno State have stopped walking and have now used electric scooters to move quickly around campus, which plays a risk in accidents and harm to others.
I have to admit, when I first saw electric scooters on this campus, I was a little taken aback. I wasn't sure that it was safe. As a deaf faculty member here on campus, walking around, I have no way of knowing if someone on a scooter is coming up behind me or next to me. The possibility that they might hit me makes me nervous, and there have been many, many, many close calls.
They can be easy to get around from point A to point B, but a lot of students just only care about that. They don't actually care about signaling where they're going or slowing down. So they can be really dangerous.
I am aware of some instances where individuals riding scooters have been outside of the campus and been involved in accidents.
I've seen people get hit by scooters or have like close encounters with the scooter. I've seen someone riding their scooter probably going like 15, 20 miles an hour through campus. I mean, they're on campus is something that we can't ignore. People have almost been hit and people have been hit. And so if there's a problem, there needs to be change.
With the impact of electric scooters on campus, President Saul Jimenez Sandoval has encouraged students to consider investing in an electric scooter to use to travel around campus. Because of the potential risk of on-campus scooters, many have come in contact with the dangers of being hit by simply walking across campus. But as you'll see, many scooter users don't always follow the rules to make campus safer for all pedestrians.
Have I heard of any rules about scooters on campus? Honestly, no. The only ones I know of are there's no wheel zones, but I see a lot of people use them in no wheel zones anyways, and it doesn't seem like anybody actually enforces that rule.
According to Fresno State e-Scooter Safety and Risk Management, these designated zones are part of Fresno State's policy to prevent accidental collisions, which may cause serious injury, which most of the time is not always followed.
There's no one there with like a speed gun being like, oh, you're going too fast, or someone being like, oh, where's your helmet, or something like that. So I mean, to say that it's forcibly imposed is kind of I don't see how it's forcibly imposed if there's no one there enforcing the rules.
I think if people were more aware and slowed down in crowded places, that would indicate that they knew about the safety risks. That's not what I'm seeing. I'm seeing them go as fast as they probably can, even though it's crowded, and I know that's not safe.
These motorized scooters can reach up to 25 to 30 miles per hour, depending on the model, which is high risk for faculty and students that need to be extra cautious on campus.
Before electric scooters were a thing on campus, I was still very aware, but I do kind of miss the old days where I could walk a little more safely and be confident in my environment. With electric scooters being on campus, I feel like I always have to be on alert. I always have to make sure that I'm walking safely, and I can never really relax. I know that students use electric scooters everywhere that I've seen them. I see them a lot between the PHS building and the social science building out here in the quad, and then going into the FFS building too. But in this quad area, there are scooters going by at lightning speed every day, and so I know that's not totally safe.
Highly congested locations on campus can cause accidents which harm both scooter users and walking pedestrians. The Director of Medical Services at Fresno State also provided some insight into the services the Student Health and Counseling Center provides if someone is hit by an electric scooter.
They are triaged and assessments are made, and whether patients need simple bandaging versus stitches versus imaging, we run the gamut until there's a scenario which requires sending a patient out to the ED.
With the fear of harm on campus, the students and faculty shared their solutions and suggestions to make it safer on campus.
I think they could impose speed limits for scooters, so especially in maybe high pedestrian areas, they could be enforcing lower speed limits so that they're not running into at 25 miles an hour.
They could make a locker room for them. If anything, there's one at the rec center, I know. They can make another one here to store them while we're on here.
I think they should make the sidewalks wider. I don't think that sidewalks should be 2 people when they know we have scooters. It's not like they don't know.
I know a lot of people, it's campus, we're gonna be walking around. Even like when I'm with friends, I get off my scooter and want to walk around. And there should probably be like a dividing line where just scooters could pass and only pedestrians could walk, because there is a lot of scooters on campus now.
Just slow down when you're in a larger group of people. It's inevitable. I know you want to get to class, but you just have to be mindful of the people around you.
I think the scooter riders need to be, in general, more aware of approaching people, especially in crowded areas, whether they are deaf or not, and they need to slow down. Once they pass that crowd of people and it's open space, then they're welcome to go as fast as they want to go.
It's not just on campus, it's period, for everyone to wear a helmet. That's what I'd like to see first. Everyone wearing a helmet.
These motorized scooters play an importance to accessibility and the harmful impacts electric scooters have on campus.